Well, hello, boys and girls. How are we today at when I feel like it? O'clock, rum o'clock, nap o'clock, all at one time. It's like the Pearls of Wisdom eclipse happening right now. I'm gonna do my friend Jack Malay. It's Malay. Can you his name is spelled Mullet, but he's French Canadian, so they say Malay. Is a perfect opportunity for your last name to be Mullet. Mullet is a great last name. I still call him the Mullet Man. It doesn't matter. You can check him out on Thursday nights live on the YouTube there. Just go to the Jack Malay Show or something like that, and it'll pop up, and subscribe. And we get together and talk hockey and frolic and giggle. It's lots of fun. But he just did something on his least favorite players from every team, and I found it very interesting. So I thought I would do one of my own. One of the things he mentions on there, go check it out. By the way, go check out the video that he does on that. Jack Mullet, check it out. And me being Canadian, he talked about Canadians. Some Canadian guys were doing the best players. So he said he's American, not so polite. He's going to do, well, I'm Canadian, and I'm going to be not polite just to spite you. Yeah. So that. Make sure you're well lubed, boys and girls. Jaime's Body Lube, it's the best. There, I said it. Okay, let's get to her. I'm not going to do all the teams though. I'm going to do it in two parts, because Canadians have nothing but time on their hands. That's why. I don't know what I said. I don't know why I said that. I have no idea. Okay, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, starting in alphabetical order. I think Mr. Malay said that it was Corey Perry would be his choice, and that would be my choice too. But for different reasons, I think, than him. I don't mind the fact that he's yappity. I don't mind the fact that he does drop them, and I like those kind of players. It's a role that's necessary. What I don't like about Corey Perry is his game has slipped horribly the last 2 or 3 years. I've watched. He actually looks fairly lazy on the ice. He could be injured, but I'm taking my least favorite player on every team. If he's injured, sorry about that, Corey, but you get paid a lot of money, and you're really not putting up huge points and really not looking good on the ice a lot of the time right now. That's why he's my least favorite player on the team. So I agree with Malay. Now let's go to Arizona. Arizona, I got to go with Domi. Is asking for a trade request. Normally it doesn't. I'm like, whatever, the player wants out for whatever reasons, whatever. But there's something about this kid that just freaking pisses me off. I don't know, he's just annoying. There's something annoying about him, and there's no real reason at this age that he needs to leave. Maybe it's just because the organization has been so shitty, and he just wants to go somewhere that he thinks that the organization has a better path to success. In which case, I apologize. See, Canadian, polite, apologizing, but even when you're on the ice, and even when I see him, he just looks like faggy. And that's not gay, by the way. That's not homosexual. Faggy does not word. That word is taken on a new meaning here in my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. It's that's what it is. Annoying. So there. I just made it up. No, I didn't make it up. It actually is. It's the new meaning of the word now. We've taken over. Calgary. Okay, Calgary. I went to, who did he take? Oh, I think he took Shen or something like that. I can understand that. He's so underachieved that I could pick Shen there too. But I think Domi would be my one that I would pick. Calgary. There wasn't too many players here. Who was it that I wanted? I think Michael Stone or Troy Brower, but no, Michael Stone, to me, I don't even know why he's in the league. He's a terrible possession player. He's got a big shot. That's really all he is. He's not very good defensively. He's not very good offensively. He was the same in Arizona. And yeah, if I had to take my least favorite, it would have been him or Brouwer. Almost a tie. Just Brouwer is so overrated. It's ridiculous. Anyways, okay. And they paid way too much for him because of it. They didn't realize that he was overrated. Chicago. My pick for Chicago was Duclair. Mostly you're going to see a theme here, or Brent Seabrook or Duclair. I'm going to go with Seabrook actually because he's just been always overrated. He's never been as good as people thought. He's big and he hits people, but he wasn't never really all that great defensively. Offensively, he was okay. And that's even slipped now. I just thought it was a horrible contract, and that contract is ruining the Chicago Blackhawks in a lot of ways. So if I had to take my least favorite, I'll go with Brent Seabrook, which I do believe Malay said the same thing. Colorado, this is easy. It's easy for me. It wasn't for Malay. I picked Yakupov. He picked Soderberg because Soderberg is slow. I still think Soderberg has a mind to his game. I don't think I think he plays a relatively good defensive game. Him and I disagree on that one. But, I mean, Yakupov is clueless out there. He's got all the skill in the world, and he's absolutely clueless on the ice. Like, he doesn't know where to go, anything. All he knows is there's the net. I'm going to go towards it with the puck if I get there, whatever, and then I'll just look around aimlessly to what do I do now? Almost like when you see kids looking at the coach wondering where they're supposed to be on the ice. That's what Yakupov reminds me of. Edmonton Oilers, easy. I agree with Malay, Lucic, whatever, ridiculous contract, slower than hell. Sure, he's big and he can hit if he can ever catch up to anybody. Like really bad contract. I agree with Malay. That contract's probably going to be the death of the Edmonton Oilers for a long time. Horrible contract. LA Kings, I had a bit of a difficult time finding somebody who I liked the least. Malay is an LA Kings fan. He says Kyle Clifford. I'll go with that just because he knows his team, so I'm going to go with that. Minnesota. This was really tough but I had to take the least, and I decided to go with Suter. I just think that Suter is actually way overpaid for what he does and a little bit overrated, but nothing like I can't say I can't stand him or anything. All of a sudden... Oh, here we go. Okay. Nashville Predators. I'm going to go with... it's the least so hard. Pekka Rinne. Simply because I do think he's somewhat overrated, although he's playing better this year. He might have been injured. But you're talking about my least favorite. I really like a lot of the players on Nashville, so... That's about the only reason I could say there. Difficult one to choose one there. The St. Louis Blues. I can't remember who Malay picked for Nashville, honestly. I don't remember who it was. For the St. Louis Blues, I would say right now it would be probably Chris... Oh, no, sorry, I know who it was. It was their goaltender, Jake Allen. Jake Allen, just so much talent, can't get his head right. It's the reason why St. Louis hasn't gone anywhere is because they gave Jake Allen that big contract. I would say he's the one that I think that's the reason why. And now they can't get out of it, so they're sort of screwed. I think they looked at their goaltending and said, we're not going to win this year anyways. We got to start rebuilding again and see what we can get for Jake Allen and get a new goaltender next year. I think that's honestly what they did. So the Vancouver Canucks, Malay picked the Sedins, and I just totally agreed. I almost want to talk more about that than I do about who my least favorite player is. It would be Nikolai Goldobin, just a one-dimensional guy with tons of talent, but just like Yakupov, his head for the game is way out there, gone. I'll talk more about the Sedins, though. He's talked about how the Sedins always had to be together, why they had to be drafted together, almost like he felt that they had some sort of sense of entitlement. And it's just a case of, actually, I think it has more to do with the fact that they know that the Sedins are not going to be the Sedins if they're not together. It's just simple as that. They just have, there's a huge bond there. They play amazing together, and you're not going to get, you're just getting so much having them together compared to having them separated. I don't bemoan them for that, and I certainly don't bemoan them for staying in Vancouver. That's their right. That's what they do. I wouldn't pick the Sedins. I think they've been very classy the whole time. So I'd take Goldobin just because he's a waste of talent. Vegas Knights. Who don't I like on the Vegas Knights? I think he picked Perron, and I have to agree. He just looks like I said, faggy. Annoying, just bothersome person for some reason. He could be not like that at all, but I had to pick one least, and that's why. And that's who I picked. And the Winnipeg Jets. The Winnipeg Jets, who did I pick? That was a difficult one, too, because I like a lot of the Winnipeg Jets players. Oh, it was Kulikov. I took Kulikov because he needs way too much. He needs a guy that can get the puck out of the zone, almost like a Larson in Edmonton. It's like way too much. He's horrible with the puck on his stick, and it's annoying to watch, and that's why he's my least favorite. That's my Western one. I'm going to do an Eastern one next time, so I hope you enjoy it. That's my full 42%, boys and girls. That's all I got. That's all I got to give. Hit the subscribe button. Get yourself a vat of Hymies and my NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace sent to you via helicopter and signed by me. Have a great day. Lots of love to ya.